next speaker coming up is Miss Susannah Tuttle, and she serves as the director of North Carolina Interfaith Power and Light. She received her Master's of Divinity from the Graduate Theological Union in Berkeley. Upon graduation, she was hired as UNC Chapel Hill's first Sustainability Research Associate and went on to co-found Trace Collaborative, a consulting firm specializing in the implementation of sustainability within the design and construction industry. Please help me welcome Susannah Tuttle.
Thank you, Karen. Well, thank you to Tim. What an honor and privilege it is to work with him on the interfaith work that we do with North Carolina Interfaith Power and Light. As Karen just gave you, didn't realize she was going to go into my CV there. But I am so privileged and pleased to serve in the capacity of Director of North Carolina Interfaith Power and Light. I've been in this role for about 2 years and had a wonderful mentor, Dr. Kathy Shea, who has moved into a senior advisor position. So I give tribute to her today. And the leadership of Alice Lloyd, who also served in the director of this position, who's here with us today as well. So I follow in some wonderful, fabulous ladies' footsteps. And the reason that I feel so calm about the work that is before us, and I have a little note in front of my computer as I wake up each day, and it says, and it reminds me, what you are about to set out to accomplish today is absolutely remarkable. And I look around and each of you are doing that, each and every, with every breath. And I give great tribute to you in your work and your presence here today. I know that we represent hundreds and thousands and millions of beings and species. And I think through that calling of the directions, we were able to invoke that spirit. And I hope as we move forward out into the world over the course of the charting of the next days and months and years, that it will take for this consciousness to truly become embodied as we move forward, that this is the beginning. And I think all those who are very, very involved in organizing this. Interfaith is absolutely integral to this work. And I say that because what the interfaith movement, what's taking place both locally, nationally, and internationally, is the bringing together of diverse perspectives of the nature, purpose, and point of why we are here. And that conversation, that dialogue that's taking place is something that we embrace each and every day in our work with NCIPL. And as I ponder that, as I consider that, I hope as we move forward, I find that lots and lots and lots of people that are called to do the work of creation care don't necessarily find themselves in a congregation or in the pews on Sunday morning. And in many cases, that's because they do the work 24/7. And what we try to promote also at the Interfaith Power and Light movement on a national scale, we are the state affiliate of our other FIPLs across the country coming together to do this work, is to remind ourselves how important self-care is as well. And one of the programs that we've developed is called Earth Sabbath Celebrations. And that's how I've gotten to know Karen Bearden and her dear husband Joe, is that they are regulars at the Earth Sabbath Celebrations, and I'm going to out them. They've actually left their traditional congregation because they're finding that their spirit is being filled in a way through this work that allows them to grieve in a very, very safe place what is happening on this planet right now. And coming together in community, being able to recognize that and create that safe place, and then also to then become empowered, inspired, and recommissioned to go back out into the world and do the work that we are called to do as spiritual beings. And I know you all know this, but it's also good if you want to write another little note by your computer to remind yourself day in and day out that yes, indeed, we are spiritual beings having a very human experience and not the opposite. So as I come, and Karen has asked me to read an interfaith opening, this is one of the ways that we open the Earth Sabbath celebrations, and I'd be happy to talk to you more about opportunities to join in those across the triangle and as they grow across the state. But I hope we'll come together in prayer and recognize all our brothers and sisters, recognize who we are because we are here, and remind yourself how remarkable and gorgeous you are for being here. And then also, in your heart, hold all of those who are not here, who could not be here, who do not even know to be here yet, as we move forward. So thank you for this opportunity. This is called To Our Common Cause. It's written by Reverend Canyon Lloyd Casson. In an era of planetary crisis, we as people of faith are coming together. We come together because of our love for God, and our care for creation inspires it. Our concern for justice, freedom, and peace demands it. And what we can learn from each other requires it. Baha'i, Hindu, Jain, Islamic, Jewish, Latter-day Saints, Protestant, Roman Catholic, Sikh, on and on and on. We have begun to listen together to the Spirit within our varied and venerable traditions. In spite of our differences, we share many principles which spring forth from the teachings of each of our faith traditions. We join together as many and diverse expressions of one loving mystery for the healing of the earth and the renewal of all life. A sense of the sacredness of the individual person and each one's conscience. A sense of the value of human community and the role in the interdependent web of existence. A realization that might is not right, that human power is not self-sufficient or absolute, and that it is in God that we trust. A belief that love, compassion, selflessness, and the force of inner truthfulness and the Spirit have ultimately greater power than hate, greed, and inordinate self-interest. A sense of obligation to stand on the side of the poor, the hungry, and the oppressed, and to serve the cause of eco-justice for all. A profound hope that good choices for all of creation will finally prevail. Because we affirm these convictions held in common, we also affirm one another in our different religious and cultural expressions. Because we affirm our differences, we also affirm the validity of the diverse efforts and gifts we each bring to the common cause of caring for creation. Because we affirm our role in the world, we also affirm our commitment to stand together as a unified force for its social and moral benefit, and to be a symbol of living together in diversity, which the Creator intends for all creation. I wish you all love and peace, and I'm here together with you for this work. Thank you.